Now let's take a quick look at the mix window. We can get to the mix window up here by choosing mix, but no Pro Tools user worth his salt is going to do that. They're going to use the shortcut Command equals, which toggles between the mix window and the edit window. And of course, as with all these windows, you can drag and resize and so forth. Now I'm going to give my standard disclaimer, which is that all of this stuff will be talked about in much more detail later in the course. This is just an overview. I promise you we're going to get to everything. Now the Pro Tools mixer looks like a traditional hardware mixer. You've got one channel for each track of your session. Here's my bass. I can raise the volume. I can lower the volume. I can solo. I have my guitar tracks grouped together, which is why I'm seeing them all now. Or I can mute my guitars. Now notice how the background of these strips are all colored. I can do that just by clicking on one of these color bars down at the bottom. I can change the color of a track, or I can turn on or off the background color using this button, and I can even adjust saturation and brightness. Makes it very, very easy, once again, to see my groupings. Color is so important because it really gives you a quick visual indication of where you are and what you're looking for. Now, here in my mixer, I have my inputs and outputs. You can see, for example, that my bass drum was recorded from my first mic line 1, and it's being output to a drum bus. A bus is basically a fancy output, which we'll talk about later. And you also see down here automation. This is how we can automate any parameter. We can automate volume, we can automate muting, we can automate panning, which is this button, which tells us the placement of the sound in the stereo spectrum. For example, let's take a look at our bass. We'll play it. I'll put it over on the right. I'll put it on the left. That's panning. There are different components of the mixer that I can show or hide by using this menu here. For example, if I want to show less inserts, which are basically effects that I can add on a channel, I just uncheck that, and now my mixer is smaller. I can choose to show a minimal set of settings or every setting for the mixer, and of course I can scroll up and down. It's a pretty big mixer, so it's nice to be able to have flexibility of what you show. I'll put back in my inserts, and there you go, a brief introduction to the mixer.